secretaries are asking for, an adjournment of their appearance. First, the letter that you have referenced with regard to the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury. I didn't hear you giving the reason why he's saying he's not coming. And did I hear you correctly saying that the letter came this morning? I think, Honorable Speaker, we had set certain rules that indeed if a CS is unable to come, they need to communicate earlier and not on the day of the sitting. And secondly, that they have to state proper reasons for the absence, because this is also an important exercise. You can't just say I'm not available. So maybe you can clarify for me those two issues, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Sifuna, I clearly explained the reason, and I saw your eyes were really, we were on contact with you when I was giving the communication. And I said that the letter says, however, given other prearranged official engagements, I will not be in a position to attend the Senate plenary as scheduled. That's the explanation that I have in this letter. But unfortunately now the CS environment is here and I don't want to engage on that discussion when we have a visitor, unless if she gives us 5 minutes to settle that matter with the senators.
Honorable Speaker, it is good that she hears what we have to say, because she's a colleague in the cabinet. And this very fate might befall her one day. Honorable Speaker.
So that she can also know what will before her in case she doesn't respond.
Yeah, and to communicate to cabinet. You know, many of us are football fans, Honorable Speaker. We stayed up very late last night to watch a game, but had the fortitude to wake up very early to come.
Which game was that, and what were the results? Was
there was an Arsenal versus Madrid game, and
yeah, what
Arsenal,
are the results?
Arsenal by some fluke scored 3 goals inexplicably. No, the Speaker has asked the question. By a fluke, Honorable Speaker, Arsenal were able to score 3 goals. So, Honorable Speaker, the point I was making is that we stayed.
Now I can even give you more minutes if you talk nice of Arsenal. I can give you 3 more minutes.
I would rather just sit down, Honorable Speaker. I really have nothing nice to say as a Chelsea fan myself. But the point I was making, Honorable Speaker, is the point of communication. It's critical for us to, as a House, to set down a marker. That if there were prior engagements, the moment that the CS receives the letter, and he has prior arrangements on that date, it is only fair that he notifies the House that that day clashes with prior arrangements. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, what you have read is not an explanation. That's not an explanation. If you tell somebody that there were prior arrangements, that's not an explanation. That's not a reason. At least sometimes we hear some people say, oh, we had a meeting at State House or cabinet meeting at State House, or I am engaged in security operations somewhere. That is a reason. But what that letter states, in my very humble opinion, is contempt of this House.
Honorable Senators, let's do this. The CS for Environment has only one question. We engage her on that question once she exits. Then as we transit to the time that was allocated for the CS Treasury, then I'll give you some minutes to ventilate on that matter. So let's utilize this